chest pains and hyperventilating, and I'm like really sweaty. So I decided to take my PRN hydroxyzine. It helps a lot if any of you have like severe PTSD or anxiety. It really helps. But I just took it, so it hasn't kicked in yet. And I'm like wheezing and yeah. My eye has been twitching today. I'm just really nervous for everything that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. Say a little prayer for me. One thing that we talked about in our class for people with chronic health conditions last night was distraction techniques when you're in a lot of pain or really upset. So they shared some short-term ones, and we brainstormed about ones that work for us. It was funny because I mentioned my dog is a good distraction. Right now she's like resting though. And then someone else mentioned his 10-year-old nephew who's like, Uncle want to do this, Uncle want to do that. So that got me laughing, and they had us do an exercise where we spent 30 seconds focusing on our pain. And it was so weird because I'm the only one in that group with chronic pain. So everyone else had to create pain, like pinch themselves or make a really tight fist. So it looked like everybody else was making a fist. I guess they didn't want to pinch themselves. But me, I was just focusing on the intense pain that I was in, just sitting there. And they did that for 30 seconds. And then the second time, they said, now we're going to do it with a distraction. So pick one of these distractions. And the ideas were like playing a baseball game in your mind. That's the one that I chose because it works pretty good for a short-term distraction for me. Trying to remember the words to an old song was another option. And counting backwards by threes was another one, which first one I tried was, no, yeah, I tried the baseball game one, but then my head started to hurt from like focusing and trying to think. So then I just did deep breathing, which really helps me. I focus on my breathing. So when they ended the second period with the distraction and the other people were like still making fists and stuff, but they were distracting themselves from it. Anyway, they got done and they asked one of the things that they asked us was, which time period do you think was longer, or were they about the same? And we all said, well, I didn't say it out loud, but the other two people said that they thought they were the same. And then they told us that the second one was longer and it didn't feel longer. So that was a really neat little exercise. The class is kind of cheesy because they read straight out of this book that they gave us. I don't know where I put that book. Living a Healthy Life with Chronic Conditions, I think is the book. I don't know, I flipped through it and it just seems it's a lot of things that I've heard before. But the thing, and one of the other students in the class was an LPN nurse for her whole career, and now she has fibromyalgia and arthritis and high blood pressure, I think she said. And she knows all this stuff too. But so I kept looking at her reaction and I was thinking my reaction, because it's kind of cheesy when you know all of these things. But then I started thinking, yeah, you know it, but you don't apply it to yourself or you'd be healthier. So, I feel my anti-anxiety medication kicking in because my body's like relaxing and I can breathe. I don't like being on medications, but it's really nice to have them when you're kind of like spiraling out of control. I'm really thankful I don't have diabetes because the other two people in the class have diabetes. That's something, that and high blood pressure, I've been trying to avoid, and so far it's been very successful. And also having to have glasses, I've been trying to avoid. One of my teachers taught me eye exercises because I do have I had astigmatism, but I think if you had it, you always have it because it's the shape of your eyes. That's why one of my eyes looks kind of crossed sometimes. But I was having to wear glasses, and she asked me, "Do you want to have to wear glasses for the rest of your life, or would you rather learn some eye exercises?" I didn't know that was an option. I thought she was really crazy. Her name was Mrs. Cook, and she was a really good teacher. We thought she was in the CIA or something. She was like really quite the character. And she had like known a lot of the famous musicians there in Seattle, and she had gone to Prince's recording studio and stuff. I met some of the other musicians that she had worked with, so I know that part is true. Anyways, so I wasn't quite sure what to think of what she was saying, but I thought, well, I'll try it. I mean, it wouldn't hurt me probably. So I wanted to know what it was, and she was saying, okay, see that clock over there across the room? Try to focus your eyes on it. And it was totally blurry. And then she's like, just keep focusing on it until it comes into view or to focus. So after a while, my eyes adjusted and it did. And she's like, then look back down at your book. Then look at something like medium distance away. So for her in the classroom, that was like her desk. And focus on that. Then go back to your book. And then go back to the clock. And then back to your book for a while. And that worked really well. I have better than 20/20 vision, and I still get it tested. I just had it tested at the driver's licensing place, but I also go to the optometrist and stuff, and they say I have great vision. They're like, you could be a fighter pilot. Yeah, I wish. There's other reasons I couldn't be a fighter pilot, but apparently, yeah, my vision is good. So, anyway, my dog's over here snoozing. I'm waiting. My friend is coming to pick me up in just a little bit to go swim, and that should be nice too. As I decided to finally take my medication because if I'm alone, I guess I feel like, okay, no one has to deal with me. I can have more anxiety and freak out and stuff, but then when I have to go be around people, if I know I'm going to be around a lot of people, I'll usually take my my PRN. I have like 3 different ones that help with my anxiety. So if I know it's gonna be a really bad situation, it's like people I don't like and stuff, I'll take all 3. But now I just took one hydroxyzine. But yeah, there's 3 different ones that I take sometimes. But yeah, so this way I'll be more calm in dealing with people, because at this gym that we're going to, I have really like upset quite a few of the staff at different times when I'm really anxious. So I have to be aware that how I'm acting, it does affect other people. Like, I'm not the type of person that's going to run around there like swearing or yelling at people. I didn't do anything like that, but sorry, I'm getting nervous again thinking about it. Just they have a lot of rules there and a lot of different kinds of people. So yeah, I just need to be extra aware of being polite and following all the rules and not worrying about what other people are doing. Oh, my eyes twitching again. Because some of the people there act really, really weird. So, but I'm sure I do too sometimes. So, but it will be nice I'll just focus on my friend that I'm with and the warm water and the fact that I'm getting my body moving, and it helps with the pain. So it'll be nice. Anyway, I just want to do a quick update because I know a lot of people do suffer with anxiety, and some people are afraid to take medications because they don't know how it will affect them. And I just want to say that they have really helped me, and it doesn't make me like slur my speech or do anything stupid. I was really scared about that at first for taking anxiety meds. Is it going to make me act different? I think if anything, I act more relaxed. I get a little bit more calm. I can listen better. I can talk better. I don't want to be on something constantly, but if I need something, like if I need to take my inhaler for my breathing,